Good morning, Mustangs, and welcome back to Mustang Television. I'm Kyle, and today's high is 54 and low is 34.
And I'm Doug. We tried to convince Mr. Good that having both of us anchor at once would just be too much man for the audience to handle.
But he didn't listen, so here we are, the two most perfect and flawless anchors in the United States.
Before we kick things off, here's today's Photoshop of the Week. How beautiful. All right, let's get into some trivia. Today's trivia question is, where was the author of Ben-Hur from? Is it A, Crawfordsville, B, Washington, C, Israel, or D, the Vatican? Again, your trivia question is, where was the author of Ben-Hur from? Is it A, Crawfordsville, B, Washington, C, Israel, or D, the Vatican? As always, the prize for answering correctly is nothing. Now over to Kyle with World News and Entertainment.
A man named Dwayne bought Bruce a 10-foot-long python with the intention to sell him later. Unfortunately for Dwayne, Bruce was stolen property, which makes this piracy, and piracy is bad. And he was pretty mad about it. Dwayne awoke the next morning to see Bruce, the python, trying to eat his sleeping friend. After he saved his friend, Dwayne tried to sell Bruce to a local pet store and was arrested for possession of stolen goods. This is why I don't leave my house. Ever. In professional archery news, police reported that a third grader from San Rafael, California was playing on a replica of a whale in Berkeley when she was shot in the leg by a crossbow. The girl was taken to the hospital with the arrow still lodged in her leg and treated for a non-life-threatening injury. Nothing's fair in the idol game, of course, especially not when it comes to Her Majesty, the Queen of Shade. Nikki's typical ego came out for this critique to end all critiques. It's a beautiful day in Hollywood because that's what it felt like. I felt like I was back in Hollywood Week. I don't know what that was, but I'm going to act like I ain't even seen it or heard it. I'm going to thank God that all three of y'all already had your solo performances. Lazaro, you fell as flat as a pancake. Don't ever do that again. All three of y'all, go. Get off the stage. And now over to Doug for some sports.
In sports news, last night Syracuse played Indiana, and Indiana also played Syracuse, but they also played each other. One team was named Syracuse, and the other team was named Indiana, and then they played. It was a basketball game, and it happened, and there was a winner. In other sports news, I hear that Oz, Great and Powerful is a decent movie. In the athletic event known as childbirth, a 15-pound baby was born in England, which is good because the mother was going to get a gym membership, but now she can just hold the baby and gain muscle. Kiowa, over to you.
In school news, prom signups will be next Wednesday and Thursday during RTI. I'm going to have to get like 38 forms because that's how many dates I'm taking. The Brad Fisher 3-on-3 tournament will be April 7th, and you can get the entry forms from the front office. Doug and I are on a team together, so if you want to watch basketball get played better than it's ever been, come check it out. The yearbook folks are needing your help. Yearbooks need to be ordered. Senior ads need to be brought in to Mrs. Overpeck soon, and she also wants your pictures from spring break. Bring them in and help fill out the yearbooks this year.
Now, as many of you know, the German exchange trip takes place every year, and we get to know so many great students. But another thing that takes place every year is prom, and prom can be a tough topic, so we actually got in touch with some Germans we know to give us a heads up on this year's prom trends. Take a look.
Germans give advice.
We are Germans and we are in America right now to give you advice because you do not know anything and we know everything because we are Germans.
So it is like prom is coming up very soon. You are definitely needing like super good advice and things like what kind of dress should I get, or like what kind of dance move. Oh, it's just all too much to handle. So we are here to help you along the way, give you the perfect advice.
First rule number 1 or something like that. Do not spend money. You go out and spend like $5,000 on like tux and stuff. No, I spend like $150, look better than you probably. Just don't spend money.
Tip number 2, make sure you get good hair. Do not be stupid and just like leave house without gel in hair. That is like ultimate mistake. If you're going to show up to prom in like buzz cut, just do not even go at all. buzz cut look like something that like I would do if I was like not cool, and I'm definite cool, so like definite no buzz cut.
No buzz cut!
Tip number 3, sequence. What is no sequence? What is this? Sequin like the little plastic balls. Look cheap, hurt your finger when you dance with this. No, just sequence. Sorry, no good for you.
Tip number 4, be honest. If prom date come up to you and she is asking you like, oh, okay, so does this dress make me look fat? You look at her and you say, no, it make you look morbidly obese. That is honesty at its finest, and you will like get all the ladies if you are just honest. I can assure you this. I have told so many ladies, look, you are like fat and you need to go like work out or something, and then they're like, oh, okay, I love you, and then I end up marrying that woman like a week later.
And rule number 5, workouts or something, please. You do not want to be on stage like shaking your jello like ball in earthquake or something like this. Giant jello like wiggling on the... No jello. Please get like abs or something.
Abdominials!
Jello, no.
So thank you for watching. Follow all these tips and you will succeed.
Now go out there and look good and make your mama impressed.
See you next time!
I think those guys really know what they're talking about. Today's lunch is a fish sandwich, regular nachos, baked beans, cauliflower, and some cookies.
Be sure to get on our YouTube page and subscribe. It's youtube.com/FC Mustang Television.
Also, be sure to follow us on Twitter. We are at FC Mass Media. Tell your friends.
And the answer to today's trivia question is
A. Crawfordsville.
well, that's all for today's Perfect Show. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next Thursday.